And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Walking Raccoon, who asked the question, who won a fight? Boruto Uzumaki versus, and I want to get this guy's name right, hold on here, Giorno Giovanna from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I don't follow JoJo very well, so I know I'm going to get someone who's like, you're wrong. It's like, that's fine, probably am. Giorno Giovanna, let me rephrase that. I'm going off of the wiki, so that's the information I have. But my opinion might be wrong. Like, I got a lot of people saying Funny Valentine was going to just completely destroy Naruto because of how that apparently his stand actually worked. But anyway, is the protagonist of Part 5 in the 5th JoJo of the JoJo Bizarre Adventure series. He's a JoJo? Really? All right. He is the illegitimate son of Dio, conceived with Jonathan Joestar's stolen body. He's introduced as someone else, as Jim becoming a gangstar. He's a natural-born stand user wielding the life-giving Gold Experience, which is the name of his stand in battle. Gold Experience is apparently one of the most versatile. It's a life manipulation stand. It does have a limited range, but in essence, what it does is a close range. What it does with a range of around 2 meters from the user, it's relatively similar to stands like Star Platinum or Gold Experience. Isn't very strong. Oh, come on, will you stop moving around? These ads really mess things up. It can generate seemingly endless amounts of life energy and endow life energy into anything its fist touches. The ability translates into a variety of different effects. By infusing life energy into inorganic objects, Gold Experience can transform said object into a living organism of choosing, be it an animal or plant. For instance, it can transform a piece of luggage into a frog, or a lighter into a rose. The life form can persist for a long time, even significant distance. The speed of transformation varies wildly, but it can be instant or take some time. Uses the power to create. Whenever he uses to create an animal, he has no control over the creature, as it has its own life and autonomy. Thus, when he creates an animal, he has to guess what the animal is likely to do based on its own zoological nature and take advantage of it, which is risky. Notably, however, life forms created from parts of a whole, such as someone's tooth or debris from a statue, will have a natural instinct to make their way back to wherever it came from. That's kind of effed up. If the environment is absolutely unsuitable for life, such as when someone decreased the temperature to a value around minus 100 Celsius, he cannot transform objects into life forms. Alternatively, if an animal is created inside of a deadly substance, such as purple haze flesh-eating virus, then the substance will be part of the animal's natural habitat, and the animal would have natural adaptations. If any life forms are created, the damage is reflected back at the attacker, including the stand's ability. For instance, when Luca tried to smash a frog with his shovel, the frog wasn't left unharmed and his own head was bashed in. The frog was left unharmed and his own head was bashed in instead. That's interesting. Gold Experience can also infuse life energy in already living things. In this case, the influx of life energy caused their thought process to greatly accelerate. When it also heightens senses, this means that the defenseless body will feel a much more acute, intense sense of pain. It's implied, though only shown once, it can also channel life energy into a living target in order to accelerate a person's metabolism, greatly speeding up aging, and thus has caused a tree to wither and rot immediately as a result of shortening its lifespan. Also once shown, he has the ability to even clone organisms. He has an ability called Flesh and Organ Creation. Ability to transform body parts of inert cubes. The ability to transform body parts into inert cubes. Discovered that he could do the reverse and create singular body parts and organs out of inorganic matter and assimilate them into the body of an injured individual. That's pretty impressive. Reanimation. There is no such thing as a stand that can bring the dead back to life. However, you can infuse life energy into a corpse, temporarily reanimating it. The reanimated corpse will have all the memories and personality traits from the person who was alive. If a reanimated person was a stand, they will retain the ability to use their stand. He's also capable of sensing life, just because, yeah. And then it did get an upgraded form called not Gold Experience, Gold Experience Requiem. It was pierced with it was an evolved stand basically. In terms of, it has all of its previous abilities, but also now boasts incredible speed and power compared to the previous form, meaning it can be used in actual combat as well. Let's see. Return to zero is an ability he has. Ultimate ability to revert all actions and willpower back to the state of zero, completely nullifying them and preventing them becoming real. For simplicity's sake, it's comparable to performing Control Z undo and completely denying any casualty. This can be seen as a direct opposite to Crimson King, as instead of undoing the act and leaving the effect like Crimson King does, Goal Experience Director removes the effect from the causes. You can also put someone into a death loop, basically by they never learn the truth of their death. Life creation empowerment, despite its transformation, appears to not only retain its life-giving abilities after evolving, but abilities are noted to be vastly more potent. So again, I need you to read that Return to Zero. Ultimately, reverts all actions in willpower back to the state of zero, completely nullifying them and preventing from becoming real. In essence, you can just say no to something. Boruto Uzumaki is obviously the only son of Naruto Uzumaki. He is considered a prodigy, very skilled and powerful, immense chakra. He was taught Gentle Fist, although he's unable to really use it without a Byakugan. He has multiple ninjutsu, including Shaku Ninjutsu, Wind style, Lightning style. He's also got Water Release. He's famous for Rasengan, including a Giant Rasengan, a Disappearing Rasengan, a Vanishing Rasengan. He's a skilled fighter. He has the Karma, which allows him to access a lot of Momoshiki's abilities, thanks to the Karma is basically a as they put it, a genetic backup branding Otsutsuki, subconsciously allowing him to access Momoshiki's powers. Contact with the Kawaki bears. So I mean, and he's been given some things to help him control it. This, in essence, allows him to get a greatly enhanced chakra. While doing so, he's greatly his physical parameters are greatly boosted, as they say. Where is it? There we go. It allows him to virtually absorb any ninjutsu or chakra-based target and produce a dimensional porter to other realms. Originally, he cannot access this mark willingly, but yeah, now he can. He's got the Jogan, which has most of the same abilities as the Byakugan, but also has the ability to see pathway systems, including points like, chakra points and invisible barriers to connect dimensions. He's highly intelligent and a very skilled individual. So right out the gate, the question becomes, does Boruto have anything to just counter the return to zero? Because I'm going to tell you right now, that's the biggest problem Boruto's going to have in a fight with this guy. He can attack from range, with distance, and with his Jogan, he might actually be able to see the stand. I actually might argue he could see the stand with the Jogan. The problem just is going to be, does he have anything to counter return to zero? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think he does. And then that just means this is a battle of attrition until one of these guys tires out. His karma mark won't mean jack shit because he's not attacking Giorno with anything in terms of chakra based attacks. Life energy technically, but he's just enhancing himself with it more than anything else, particularly with the stand, enhancing stand. And if he touches Boruto, he theoretically could just age him in the dust, into nothing. Or enhance, if the stand touches him, he's screwed, very much so. And stands, while in their own universe they can only be defeated by other stand users and destroyed by other stand users, stands outside of that medium could easily be destroyed by things that can attack things on a psychic or astral plane, something like that. Boruto doesn't have anything like that. None of his attacks actually attack in that way. Now, I will say this. Boruto does have the wider range of abilities, I say. He's got more energy overall, technically, at least starting out until he activates the stand. And he's definitely a more skilled fighter. Unfortunately, none of that really matters if he can just literally neg the ability. So, that's just it. He can neg. Again, I want to get this guy's name right. Oh, because I'm on his stands page right now, not him. Giorno. Giorno's return to zero ability can just neg anything Boruto really throws at him. So while it would probably be a battle of attrition, all it would come down to is touching Boruto long enough to age him into nothing, or increase his pain sensitivity or overstimulate his senses, anything like that, and he's just done. So I would go Giorno Giovanna. I'd go Giorno. But that's my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Till then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks next time.